What's up? How you doing? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You check me out on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. All one word, the Vinyl Casket, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. We're back. We are back. So I've been away. I was away for like a week, but going into the week, I didn't really get to go like before I left. I didn't get to really make videos. And this whole week since I've been back has just been trying to get back into the flow of things. So I'm finally making videos. You're going to see a surge. I'm going to try to spend the next week or so trying to push out videos. I have a lot of trailers I have to react to. I have at least one, maybe two movies I got to review. I don't have them over here, but I did make stickers with the logo. I did a little test trial on a couple different types. So if you ever meet me, ask for a sticker. Imagine. All right, so we're going to be doing a book review. I finished this book right before I left. We're still in the Grishaverse. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in the first duology in the Grishaverse. If you've been watching the channel, you know I've done reviews on all three of the trilogy, of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Now we're on the Six of Crow duology. It is followed by this book, Crooked Kingdom. I am not going to start this right away, even though I really want to. I am reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. So this will also be a series I'm going to jump into. I still have to read this. I still have to read Rule of Wolves, whatever the second book in the King of Scars duology is. So I have two books left in the Grishaverse, two key books. I think there's some smaller novella style stuff, but read this, have to read this, taking a break to read this. This is amazing. So far, I've read the entire trilogy. I read King of Scars, and I read this. I love King of Scars. The trilogy is great. I really liked King of Scars because of the way the chapter layout is. And if you don't know how this works, the trilogy was a first-person told book where you follow the main character, you see everything from her point of view, but she's also it's written in first person, so it's it's like she's writing the book. Rule of Wolves, King of Scars, which I accidentally read first, was laid out in the way that every chapter was it was all third person, so it's like overlooking, but every chapter overlooked a different character's perspective or angle or individual story. And I loved that because I've never read a book like that. So this also does that, but the premise of this book is so unique in this universe that it blew my mind. This is so different. So it's obviously set in the same universe. It's in not in Ravka, but because this book really doesn't take place. It references Ravka. Am I saying that right? Now I gotta look up the map and be like, am I talking about? Is Ravka. When I say Ravka, I think of Magic the Gathering. So we're really in, if you look at the map, this book takes place in Kerch and in no, thank you. I never know how to say this. Fredia, because we go to Darrowholme and we're in like the ice court. We go all over the place, which is really cool. They break into a little prison. Is there two maps in here? So yes. We also have the ice court map drawing, which is really cool. So yeah, layout is cool. Like the chapter layout, the third party's perspective is very unique, and it follows that from the book that I also liked, King of Scars. But these characters were so unique, and the focus wasn't really on like battling the Darkling and ruling an empire, and there was no king shit or anything, which is very heavily what King of Scars is and what the trilogy is. This book was a prison break novel set in a world like a very feudal world with people with magical abilities, and this is where we see that crazy drug be created to, you know, make Grisha go fucking batshit. A lot of double crosses, a lot of interesting stuff. There's 2 prison breaks actually in this book, because to get the person that like leads them, like their guide inside the prison, they like have to go to another prison and break that guy out. There's romance. There's a crazy amount of build. The stuff they get away with is wild. The amount of double crosses is insane. This book is very well written, very well structured, and is a unique concept, especially when it's already in an established world with an established like power set and dynamic. We get to see the next step in that since the Ravka Civil War or whatever is over. So like the way that Grisha are trained has evolved. It's not like house focused. It's a little bit more broad and diverse and encapsulating. And you see that with, I believe her name is Nina. Yeah. In the way Nina's trained and how she has one set of abilities, but she can kind of do some other stuff. And that's really cool because you see that evolution that is full-fledged in King of Scars, as well as Nina starts in this book and ends up in that duology. She's the only major reoccurring character from this series in that series that I know of. Really enjoyed it, had a blast. Rambling. Rating out of 5, we're gonna go with a 4.7. I think this is great. This is like my favorite one out of the Grishaverse, I think, because it's so unique. Because it was a prison break. There's lots of like super intense anxiety ridden moments. There's a lot of stuff where like I had to put the book down because I was just like, what is gonna happen? How is this gonna happen? It's like it's making me nervous. Cool power sets, cool strategies, and the way they scheme this, and the way you learn about like the thieving gang situation in Kretch, like that's really interesting and very intricate. I'm definitely gonna watch the show now, the Shadow and Bone show, now that I've read the trilogy and I know some of these characters that are used heavily in that show that weren't in the trilogy, which was really annoying when I found that out, that like that whole group, like those 3, like Kaz, Brecker, and all those people are not in the show, or are in the show, but not in Shadow and Bone, the book, or the trilogy, or any of them. They're in this book. So I'm really excited to now know who they are and to see what goes on. 4.7, must read. Stay tuned because this book will happen. I will read this book. I think this is a beautiful cover. I love these spines. This book didn't get destroyed, as did Rise and Ruin, got annihilated. I like the presentation of this a lot better. It's like a more like of a canvasy feel. Does not absorb water. But stay tuned because this will probably be the next book review. So if you're a fan of Brandon Sanderson, if you're a fan of Mistborn, stay tuned. I'm at least going to read this first trilogy and then see how I feel afterwards. So far, I love it. So remember, guys, that was Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. It's the first book in the duology Six of Crows, which is these 2 books. following the trilogy in the timeline of Shadow and Bone. That's the Grishaverse. Thank you guys. 4.7. Get in the comments. Let's discuss. Remember, check out Instagram for mini posts on everything, as well as all sorts of links, all sorts of playlists on the YouTube channel. This is the Vinyl Casket, home to Leigh's Taste. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much more. Do me a massive favor and stay lame.